Bill Cosby. Cosby. Bill Cosby is out. He's a free man, I believe.
Free man.
After I think what he served, what was it?
Not even that long.
Couple years.
Couple years. It was like
couple years.
Some shit.
I think it was 2 years.
People are going crazy. Some people are happy. Some people are excited. They think this is
niggas is calling him Uncle Bill.
Some people is calling him Uncle Bill. Let me tell you something, bro. Like, this is the way I feel about it, right?
He geeking.
And to me, it's the same. We're clearly living in a time right now where, as Black people, as a Black culture, we're trying to hold on to people that, we want as heroes or that we want as icons for us, which I get, just like, Sha'Carri. We don't want there to be bad in these people that we want. But some people is just wrong, bro. Like, I don't know how else to put it. And it's clearly been proven that Bill Cosby did this stuff to an extent, right? Like, come on.
I didn't really double check, but I seen it. What he admitted to roofing females, right? Not raping them.
Yeah, and I think he kind of beat around the bush with it, whatever. But there was well over 100 something. All these women can't be lying, dog. Maybe 50 of them is lying, but 100 something women is not lying.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying. They were saying that because his story stayed consistent and the women's stories kept changing, that was the reason why.
Right. And rape and all that is something very hard, because if especially years later, to convict someone or to even charge them.
Because you can't get that rape kit from 50 years ago.
Can't get it. Can't get it. So you're basically going off of word of mouth off of whatever the victim says or.
But how y'all feel? But how y'all feel about though? They had offered him before he even got out for this situation. I don't even think it was. They had offered him less time. Like, he would have got out probably around the same time if he had admitted to raping the females. Like, he was already set for the 10 years. He's like, listen, we're gonna cut the 10 years. You just have to admit that you raped them. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna admit to something I didn't do.
Smart move. That was a smart move on his lawyer's part. Smart move.
Yeah.
Because
y'all think it wasn't one of them things where he's like, man, I'm really not going to admit to something that I didn't do, or was he just playing chess with it?
Not at all. I feel like that was completely a situation where his lawyers were like, look, the jury's going to find you, you're going to go to do some time, right? Keep your dignity and say you did not do this, and keep the people that are on your side that believe you didn't, and while you're sitting in jail, garner that sympathy, and then we see he ended up getting out. Whereas if he had just admitted, I raped like 100-something women.
He would have been slayed.
He'd have been stuck.
He would have been slayed, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? He would have been slayed. So that was the smartest thing. That was a smart move, because as long as, especially in his position, he already kind of had the, people were sympathizing him because he was old, because of his eye, because of his history, whatever reason. He had sympathy. And his lawyers were clearly like, look, we're going to play on that sympathy. Fuck the whatever else evidence or lack of evidence. We're playing on the sympathy. Yeah. And now he's a free man, man. Which honestly, they said it's because of something that went wrong during the original trial.
Yeah, right? Something with the trial. It was something with the lawyer that they had made a deal. Not a lawyer, but I forgot who. But somebody that's a part of the trial that they made a deal with before the trial even started, and that deal was like kind of broken within the trial, and they were able to play off that and able to get him out. So he didn't get out because he's not guilty.
Yeah, that's about that. Like the sentence wasn't overturned because he was found innocent or
anything.
And I think they still,
the facts weren't adding up.
I think they still checking. They're still debating on if they're gonna do another trial. The woman admitted to taking drugs and alcohol, but didn't agree to the sex. Yeah, that's what I gotta figure. Like, I don't know. So he did have sex.
It was a mixture. Some women admitted, like, I voluntarily took drugs with him, but I did not know. I didn't agree to it leading to sex. Some women, because even his doctor admitted that he was going to his doctor and getting prescriptions for roofies, and the doctor was giving him roofie prescriptions. He clearly wasn't roofieing himself. People don't fucking roofie themselves. So
yeah.
And the law says no one can consent to sex while under the influence.
Boom, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
that's a tough one, man. Yeah, so you're right. I mean, if he was out there roofing,
but then what if you consented before, right? Say you met up with a girl, and however it ends up, y'all both end up full up with drugs. You end up having sex with her, right? If you can show text messages proving she anticipated having sex with you, couldn't you be off the hook technically?
That's a slippery slope.
Because
I feel like you can, but then I feel like it depends on the judge, because the judge could be like, motherfucker, well, opinions can change. You know what I'm saying? So it's
true,
like,
but I'm like, yo,
I don't know, bro. Like,
yeah, I do. Okay,
slope.
so he put, how can you prove that they didn't consent? He admitted to taking them too, and that's what I had said that to somebody. I said, like, I feel like this situation. I don't think he was drugging these women to rape them. You know what I mean? Like, I know y'all seen maybe like college type campuses type shit where, you know what I'm saying, niggas would have like I'm going off like a bottle of Henny and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I know this gonna get you lit, and she's like, okay, you know, she drinks and he drinks, and you know what I'm saying, that's probably was his way of having a good time in a way. I don't think he was drugging them to be like sneaky and like raping their ass with they saying no, get off, you know what I'm saying. That's where it gets kind of like weird and iffy. I don't know.
Well, that's where like the level of intent, or what you consider intent, comes in, because like I feel like maybe he wasn't so much like intentionally drugging them to rape them, but I feel like he knew, you know, when I drug them, they'll be more likely to do what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's wrong. You can't drug people with the intent of them doing, you know what I'm saying,
and not that I'm saying that's right. That's still wrong either way. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's still wrong, but like, I don't know. Like, should he do the 10 years for it? That's what we're getting at. I don't know. You feel me?
Feel like if it was such a bad fucking idea, and if it was such a bad thing of this nigga roofing these bitches, and they felt so horrible about it, should have said something 50 blood clot years ago. That's how I feel.
Can't always say that, bro. That was a time when you would imagine some random girl going against Bill Cosby back when the Cosby Show was on. That shit wouldn't.
No, you're right. But I mean, at this point, I'm like, if you want the man to go to jail for a long time and pay for the shit that he's done, I mean, nigga, putting a man in prison when he's old is pointless. Like, in my opinion.
The point is, if you do the crime, you do the time. It don't matter how the fuck. So if some nigga murdered your mom or your dad or some shit, and he was 80, you say, oh, don't send that nigga to jail because he did it when he was 30? No. I'd be like, send his ass to jail and let him rot there. He could die there.
I ain't saying that. I'm saying, I mean, you could euthanize that nigga for all I know, for all I care. But
if you live in a place where if you doing murder, the punishment is you doing X amount of years. I don't care how old you was or how, when they catch you, they can catch you when you fucking 80. Do the time, bro, because you shouldn't have. Because to me, you made up, right? You didn't get caught for when you was doing it, and you was free. So you got.
Yeah, I don't know though.
But he said
I'm pretty sure he thinking. I'm pretty sure at some point in Bill Cosby's mind, he thought, well, I'd rather go sit in jail now than, you know what I'm saying, back when I was lit and I was able to be out and have my show when I was doing. That would have been a real bad look at that time. That would have probably fucked them up financially. They done time back then. You know what I'm saying?
He said this happened to 100 women.
Shit.
Go ahead.
They said that happened to 100 women, like hundreds of women.
Yeah, originally, like as far as that came
say.
out, it was 100 something. But by the time it got to like the actual, you know, court and what he got charged, the number kept going down.
30 something.
Because they can't prove. Anybody can say, "Oh, Bill Cosby raped me." You know.
Oh no, that's a lot of women for one woman not to come out back like 30, 40 years ago, or even 5 years after the situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of them did, bro. Some of them attempted to come out and think, but nobody gave a fuck. Nobody wanted to hear it. You cannot. You go try to prosecute Cardi B right now for raping you. Where would you go do that, EJ? Go tell someone, yeah, Cardi B raped me.
Well, you can't. That's a bad example because ain't nobody gonna ever believe that a man got raped by a woman. Nobody's gonna believe that a man got raped by a woman. That's what I'm saying.
A random girl, your mom, whoever, cannot go right now and go say fucking Rick Ross raped her. There would have to be somebody to go, okay, nigga, her show is proof that you was in the same. How do you even know this nigga for him to be in the same room as you to do that? Why would he do that to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's reasons if you have to think as a victim or something, why you'd be like, yo, is it even worth it for me to go fucking, you know what I'm saying? To go tell somebody that this person did this.
I feel like when motherfuckers see dollar signs, that's what they go for. Because when all them women were coming out about Bill Cosby, it seemed like it was more of a lawsuit more than them trying to actually put him to jail. It seemed like they were trying to go after his assets. You know what I'm saying? So that's why for me, it's like, why now? You wait until fucking pandemic, and not to say it happened during the pandemic, but you wait till we in hard times now to be like, oh, perfect time. I'm about to go collect my ends. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have said something sooner. You feel me?
I get what you're saying. You right. But if you're a millionaire and you do certain things, and you give me my damn money, nigga. I don't care.
That's facts. But then again, that mindset.
Rape the girl. Why are you going around raping women? Don't do that.
They can't admit to that mindset.
Yeah, and I'm not justifying what the nigga did, but my thing is, if he really did do it, like, you should be a little bit more fucking persistent, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? There's women who get raped, their stories aren't heard, and they're raped by niggas who are nobodies. And it got to the point where they have to fucking go on like Dr. Phil or Oprah to tell their story and get shit done.
Right.
Like
that's
sometimes,
exactly
sometimes
like
you gotta
talk about with the Shikari thing. If you're in a certain position, you're supposed to know. I definitely, because like you said, these niggas that there's nobodies that rape girls, it's like nothing. But if I'm a girl and Bill Cosby rapes me, damn right I'm getting my money. I'd be like, nigga, what is you? You know what I'm saying? For me to get raped by all people, I'm not going to get raped by a nigga with millions and billions to get nothing. Hell no. Fuck out of here, bro.
I'm saying that's fine, but my thing is, go for your money when it happened. Then you feel me, or at least closer to when it happened. Like if they said, okay, they weren't able to get a trial till 10, 20 years later, cool. But 50, my nigga, 50 years later, now niggas is trying to sue him and trying to take him to prison for this shit. And that's where I'm just like, that's where I kind of draw the line, and I feel sorry for him. Even though you're saying regardless of a nigga age, you believe they should go to prison, cool. I totally get that. It's just like, why now? You feel me? Like that was my reaction. The whole thing.
The crime. Like you still, there's no alternate dimension where because he's older, he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying he didn't do it. That's cool if he did it. But my thing is just like, I don't know.
So all right, so let me ask you. So you believe if you like, say you 15, not even 15, let's say you 20, 25, and you commit a crime, and no one comes forward. Let's say, especially a crime as serious as rape or murder, and you're not caught. If the police catch up to you when you're 85, they should be like, all right, nigga, we was too slow. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, nah. I mean,
if they find who committed a murder or some type of crime, so like that.
In other words, you saying murder and rape is like, you think rape shouldn't be taken as seriously as murder.
I didn't say that. Don't put me in that category. I didn't say that.
You said, well, if it's like murder, then I can say, so why not rape? If Bill Cosby really raped these women, whether it be 50, 80 years ago, does he not deserve some type of punishment?
But my thing is, it's not like Bill Cosby raped and then killed these women and then shit was found later on. And again, I'm not putting murder in the same category. I'm just saying in terms of reasons why the information would have came up later and not sooner. These women were alive and well to be more persistent to put this nigga in prison.
Again, I tell you can look up the information. A lot of these women, back when it happened, they attempted to get something done about it. We're talking about a man who was like literally about to buy NBC. You think he doesn't have the power to be like, nah, shut them bitches up. They don't nobody know what they talking about.
The funny thing about that is that I think I got to double check. Like, I don't know for sure, but I think they put a cap now on time where you have to like say, oh, this person did this, or you know what I'm saying, like where you can make a report. I think there's a cap now, like because of, I don't know if it's because of this situation or others, but there is a cap now. I think it's like 5 years. So
in my opinion, that should be in place just for the whole situation of doing a whole rape kit and doing the investigation the right way. So if the person actually did it, regardless of what they say, you know for a fact if they did it or not, because you got that rape kit and you're in defense for the investigation.
Well, you guys have to look at the way rape is, because say, like you said, technically, and it does make sense, you should not be able to even be brought up on rape charges if there's no physical rape kit or something proving that you did this, right?
Yeah.
But again, we're talking about a very sticky situation. I personally know a girl that got raped. Like, she came to New York City and got raped at a party. And she got raped in the way of kind of the Bill Cosby way, where she was kind of drunk and tipsy. She didn't consent. The next morning she woke up and she realized, like, oh, because she waited a day or two to go get this rape kit done, by the time she went, and mind you, she didn't wait because like, oh, she wanted to wait. Something was in the way, like the police or whatever couldn't do it right away, whatever. But she didn't get the rape kit done until about 2 days. Rape kit 2 days later proved nothing but what seemed like consensual sex. Didn't show no type of force. So because of this, her rapist completely gets away. If you was a girl, imagine how that would make you feel, bro. That just because a silly fucking rape kit doesn't prove that somebody raped you, your rapist.
Sounds to me like there's a flaw in the fucking rape kit. If they only looking for bruises and scratches, there's only so much you're gonna fucking find. Like,
bro, I didn't say that. They wasn't just looking for bruises and scratches. They performed a regular rape kit. They just did it. I don't know the exact, whether it's 72 hours, whatever. They just did it too far from when she initially got raped for it to prove it. Because when you do a rape kit, right?
It's a
if it
certain
was
window.
real rape, there's certain, tears and stuff that they could see in the vagina.
Yeah.
But them shits is only gonna last about 72 hours. So once you do the rape kit after that, all you gonna see is, you might see a little semen residue or whatever. But nigga could be like, oh, that was just sex from we just have regular sex. There's nothing that proves this was a forced situation. So I just like, again, I ain't no girl, so again, I guess I'm not supposed, as a dude, we're not supposed to be like on the sides of women with rape or whatever. But as a girl, I would feel like nigga, so we supposed to be out here getting raped just because a kid can't prove in less than 72 hours that I got raped?
No, absolutely not. But I just feel like there's a flaw in that process. And
for sure. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There's now that we're talking about it, it's evident that there's a flaw in the process, and they got to make it better. Then, if that's the case, if the window's that fucking small.
Yeah, and like I said, with this, like specifically the Bill Cosby situation, if even whether he did or did not, you know what I mean? If they really can't prove it, there's no physical evidence. It's not for us to say, oh, send him to prison, because there's no evidence. And I think for a lot of people, that's where the time thing came in, because they're like, yo, even if he did this and it was 50, 60 years ago, like Cleon said, if this is just coming out now, why make a big thing about it? But like I said, I just feel like, as someone, I've never been raped, so I don't know, but I'd assume if you were raped, it's not something you would want. You would just get over.
Yeah, you're not just gonna run and tell somebody off dump. And I totally get that, especially when a female's so emotional already. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna in the moment they're gonna think with their emotions and not with their actions. So I get that. You feel me? And that's what I'm saying. That if that's the case, they need to make the kit more fucking reliable. If it's not that fucking reliable.
Yeah, and then like I said, the question of consent, because like we've been saying, like how because a girl might give you consent at 8 o'clock, but by 8:15,
she changed her damn mind.
You know what I'm saying? And you already halfway in the skin. This is like.
That's why once a girl say run, fellas, run. Or if a girl, once a girl says no, run, my nigga.
That's literally the only rule, bro. That's like literally that's the only way you could.
Yeah, bro.
Once if she says, if it seems like it's not a go, dub the situation, bro. Because
just dub it. Take that.
You don't want them problems, man.
You don't want them problems, bro.
Nah.
And these days, like we see here, they're taking these stories 20, 30 years from now. So you might be sitting here, you might have some shit brewing up on you that ain't even coming out yet until you make some sort of money or
you're about to buy NBC.
Until you try to buy NBC.
Or try to buy NBC, then you're the biggest rapist of the world.
And that's another one too that you brought it up. It'd be people waiting for you to get big or do something good, and then that's when they fucking want to bring up your shit.
Yeah, bro. Because like I said, what is the? I do feel like there's situations where sometimes women are like, they themselves are kind of confused on whether they gave consent or not. You get what I'm saying? Because,
let's not get too much into that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna talk about it, I just want to say Bill Cosby got to be one dirty nigga to bring roofies every time he about to mess with a female, bro. Like just bring a whole bunch of roofies.
And I ain't gonna lie, he different for that.
That's some dirty nigga shit, bro. Like, don't.
And that's what I'm saying. If he was really doing that, I don't know, because
he admitted to doing that, so he a dirty nigga. Like he admitted to.
He didn't admit to doing it.
No, he
every time. Well, like he didn't say I'm doing it but as a hobby.
If you have to admit that shit, bro, you're dirty, bro. Like if you have to say, okay, yes, like majority of the time for me, when I got with women, I had roofies with me, and I, what I'm saying, slipped them a few roofies. That's fucking dirty, bro.
To the point where he was like, look, man, I'm Bill Cosby. They're gonna have sex with me anyway. This is just gonna eliminate some of the conversation and the extra stuff that's gonna, we're just gonna cut some of that in the middle and jump right to it. That's what I feel like Bill Cosby's aim was, which is not right. Obviously, like we said, it's not good. But that is different than a straight up rape, right? You know what I'm saying? That's not like nigga comes in your window at nighttime rape. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's, it's all perspective and all that. But that's all we got for today. I don't know if y'all want to say anything else on that one, on the subject, whatever. That y'all.
No. Don't roofie and rape people.
Yeah, it's not a good idea, especially if you're broke and you don't have nothing, no money. I guess no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, and as much as we may feel a little sympathy for this nigga, stop calling him Uncle Bill, please.
He ain't my uncle.
He's not my uncle.
Damn sure not my uncle. And
Facts.
I feel like this is just because of his, like, you know,
fuck all of that, boy.
Because
This nigga-
Cosby
image.
Show and all that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. So they're
I'm
like,
like, oh,
Uncle
somebody
Bill.
else.
Fuck out of
Uncle
here.
because say this was like although Denzel Washington ain't as old as him, but Denzel Washington's another older black guy that kind of has a clean image. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like if it was Denzel, people wouldn't be like, oh, Uncle Bill and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just because
I feel like they would meme Denzel to death, bro. If it was Denzel, bro.
Yeah.
They would violate this nigga. I don't even want to think about that.
Which is crazy because like that's why you would like. I feel like he knew that too. He's like, come on, man, who's gonna believe that I was raping bitches? You know what I'm saying? Like, people probably
then all you got to do is just see the Bill Cosby intro. And
yeah, and you like, like, nah, he ain't do this.
But like, I ain't gonna lie, he might have did that shit.
And that's the weird thing too, because it's like when you fake, like, look at him and how
you make them creepy fucking faces that's supposed to be funny, he look like he be doing this shit. I'm not gonna lie.
He's like the type of nigga that would do this.
Yeah, bro, we are not on here defending this nigga. Bro. He did that
I was
shit.
watching the Cosby Show the other day, and I was like,
bloop.
yeah, like you are making some face.
Yeah, bro. Now every time that nigga say pudding pop, I'm thinking he talking about his Johnson. Like,
always
he
like-
talking about no real pudding pop, boy.
Yeah, bro. Like when you really look at him, you like, okay, I can. Yeah, you was kind of dropping hints on us this whole time.
Yeah, bro. It's something about them niggas that was born at that time, and then who's another one that was a fucking all these fucking producers and like people who are like creators back in them times are fucking weirdos, bro. Like
Fucking weird, bro. Weird. It's still not as weird as the people in Hollywood that like touching little kids and all that shit. But
word, we ain't even get into that.
oh man, we need to do like a whole episode on how like there has to be ways that you can still make money in Hollywood without having to do no weird
little
shit.
kid. Yeah, facts. Yeah.
I know there's people
bro.
that believe otherwise. There's people that believe that, you know, but I don't know. I'm not believing that every single person in Hollywood is on some demon, child molesting, roofing girls type shit, bro. Ain't no way. No way.
Nah.
You just gotta stay away from that kind of shit, bro.
Facts.
You gotta stay away from the bullshit.
But yeah, that was episode 36. Episode 37 is gonna be either Friday or Monday. We're just still trying to work on getting a guest that works out with the, you know, some topics that we have.
Word.
Cashapp and all that is there. Shout out to Caleb, who was probably the most active in the chat. Everyone else I know was kind of, you know, just watching today, but
Instagram, shout out to Instagram, everybody in the
Shout out
Instagram
to
right, I was
chat.
on Instagram too. Shout out
Trying to go
Instagram.
Instagram live.
We had a lot of people
all the
pull
time
up,
as well.
so mad
Facts.
love.
Facts. Yeah, we're gonna keep bringing it. So, y'all got anything else to say? No.
I'm Gucci, man. That was episode 36. We'll see y'all on
36.
episode 37, man.
You already know the vibes, and don't forget, make sure you stream Burn Your Body and stream Universe.
Hey, black guys, pull up.
Y'all ready to. So, peace. Shout out everybody that stayed. Good luck.